I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. It's a beautiful day to be alive, man. We back alive, man. We back here, man. I want to thank God, man, for being in front of you today. You know what I'm saying? And being in front of you, it just feels so good. You know what I mean? It feels so good. You know what I mean? To be alive. You feel me? But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, man. What's good, YouTube, man? We finna get straight into it, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, man. We finna get straight into it, man. What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man. Jake Willie Silly, man. AKA Mr. Take It Easy for you end up like BZ. But make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch in the description down below. Everything you know about your boy Jay, it's in the description down below. You know what I'm saying? Jay, my old lady birthday in 9 minutes. What you telling me for? Look, Cam, you know what it feel like, Cam? It feel like you got a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? What you telling me for? That's all you, my brother. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So you got a responsibility. Hey, Cam, what you gonna do for your old lady, man? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do for your old lady, man? Maybe I can give you some tips or something. What you gonna do for your old, to give her a birthday cake and a card, nigga? Huh? Blow out the candles, huh? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? You know what I mean? Maybe, hey, look, like I said, maybe I can give you some tips, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can give you some tips. But nah, though, man, we got one conservative versus 20 feminists. See, look, one thing, you know what I'm saying? You said tomorrow, July 4th, take her to the Cheesecake Factory. I mean, yeah, Cheesecake Factory dope, you know what I'm saying? But shoot, man, what should you do, man? You know what I'm saying? Shoot. You know, you got to just plan something out. That's really on you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I really can't tell you what to do because every girl, you know what your girl like. You know what I'm saying? If you listen, you know what she like, man. You know what I'm saying? But roses always do the job. Roses always do the job. A card always do the job. When you give her the card, put your cologne in there. Put your cologne on the card, you know what I'm saying? And then open it up, man. Have rose petals in the card right there. You know what I'm saying? Rose petals in the card. And, you know, just playing something, man. Playing something. You got to be unique, though. You know what I'm saying? Every girl go to a restaurant. Just be unique or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, have a picnic by the lake or something. Just something simple. It really be the simple stuff with ladies. It ain't really that difficult. You know, because she going to expect you to take her to a restaurant, my bro. She going to expect you to take her to a movie. She going to expect the regular, bro. Step outside the box. Or a candlelight dinner, right? You know what I mean? Just y'all two. You know, candlelight dinner. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to cook no steak, go get a steak, a little baked potato or something. Have some rose petals coming from, you know, you got to be different. You know what I'm saying? A candlelight dinner, right? You know what I'm saying? If you know how to cook, you feel me? Bring her into the house, have rose petals, you know what I'm saying? Following the freaking dinner table. Have the candlelight dinner, run her a bubble bath. Yeah, treat her like a queen. Yeah, you know what I mean? Treat her like a queen. Run her a little bubble bath or something. I mean, if you got your own crib. You feel me? But yeah, she come into the house, bro. Open the door. Got candles, man. She smelled the candles, man. Got the rose petals on the floor, man. Leading her to the candlelight dinner. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you feel me? I'm trying to put you on game. Don't take her to no restaurant, but she gonna expect that, bro. You know what I mean? I'm putting you on game about what I do. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, my brother, I'm a ladies' man. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, you feel me? I ain't one of them dudes. I ain't gotta be like no Duke Dennis, bro. I ain't gotta record myself talking to women. You know what I'm saying? I'm really on Duke Dennis stature, no cap. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably think I'm lying. See, he record him getting women. He record them, women throwing us something. I'm telling you, bro, I look good. You know what I'm saying? For real, don't let this fool you. This is just chill J. You feel me? But I'm really, you know what I'm saying? I really pull. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, we got one conservative versus 20 feminists. You know what I mean? I told y'all, bro, one thing about me, man, I want to bring y'all different variety of videos. You know what I mean? Y'all never know what I'm gonna throw at y'all. I want to always be a predictable streamer, a YouTuber, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to always do one thing. So we got feminists here. So I just, you know, instead of reacting to pop balloons, we gonna react to this right here. You know, pop balloons really just old news, you feel me? I just want to see how some women think in this world, you know what I mean?
Women, they don't want to stay at home when you pull them. They just want flexible working hours and flexible working conditions like you have. And I think we should all advocate for that. It's not one or the other, but when you sit here and you go, you'll be more fulfilled doing this and spend all your time doing that, we would love for you to leave the public eye and go focus on what makes you fulfilled. Okay.
Hi, my name is Candace Owens. I am a podcaster, a mother, a wife, and also the author of the upcoming book, Make Him a Sandwich. And today I am...
Come on, bro. I know that. I know the game.
Feminists.
Women like simple stuff, bro. You gotta really get to know women. They're really easy, like easy going. Men make it hard. You know what I'm saying? These dudes ain't got no game. You feel me? But I kind of got an advantage, bro, because I kind of grew up with a dad, bro, who was like a smooth operator, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, bro was real smooth. So it's like I kind of had somebody like to model after. You feel me? A lot of y'all dudes really don't have nobody that y'all can look at for real, you know what I mean? So, you know, a lot of y'all really got to teach y'all sales, you feel me? A lot of stuff that I add onto my game. I still got game, I kid you not, I still got game, but a lot of stuff that I add onto my game, I seen it, you know what I'm saying? The running the bubble baths, the rose petals, the putting my cologne on the car, so when she opened up the car, she think of me, stuff like that, you feel me? Just kind of smooth right there, you know what I'm saying? And like at the end of the day, bro, one thing I tell you, bro, you feel me? Every single day, bro, what you do, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of poems in my camera roll, bro. Send your girl a poem every morning, bro. Dudes don't do that, bro. Send her a poem every morning. Every morning, make sure it's a good poem, though. Look up a poem, bro. It ain't gotta be that you write. You know what I mean? But every morning, bro, just send her a poem, bro. Let that be the start of her day, bro. You ain't gotta say nothing after the poem, bro. Just send her a love poem every morning, bro. She gonna be looking forward to that, bro. That right there sets you apart, bro. But the thing is, you got to be a good dude, though. See, for me, I don't try to be a good dude. I am a good dude. So it's like stuff like that be easy. But if you trying to be a good dude, knowing dang well you ain't, it ain't going to last, bro, because you like a chameleon. You only doing that to get her. But once she get with you, she going to see her opposite. She going to be like, man, you ain't even really like that for real. Whole time you portraying to be a good dude, but you ain't a good dude for real. So it's going to be hard for you to keep that up. But for me, I can keep that up. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Just send her love poems, man. Look up some poems, man, and look at the reviews, bro, before you take a screenshot, man. I got so many love poems in my camera roll. Bro, I'm already prepared. You know what I'm saying? For when I get a girl. If I'm already prepared every morning, bro, I'm gonna send her a love poem, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every morning, love poem, love poem, love poem. You feel me? You know, like I said, bro, you gotta be unpredictable. You feel me? Like with my ex-girlfriend, when she was freaking sick. You know what I did? You ain't got to ask me to do nothing, bro. You sick? All right, bro. I'm finna stop over here and give you some soup. Stop by Publix, bro. Give you a get well soon card. It's the small things, bro. You feel me? A woman ain't going to ask me to do nothing. A woman going to get tired of you, bro. She got to ask you to keep doing stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just a random day one day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you hungry? It goes money for lunch. $20. That's your girl, bro. You got to understand. See, a lot of y'all dudes, bro, you act like you simping, bro. Like, bro, that's your girl. Now, if it's a regular girl, heck yeah, but you a simp dude, bro. But I'm gonna keep it real. If it's your girl, simp all the way, boy. Don't let no dude make you feel bad for simping over your girl. Nigga, love your girl. That's your girl, boy. You know this a good girl you got on your shoulders, bro. How you simping? It's my girl. The freak. I ain't trying to act too cool, bro. Chill out, bro. Bro, simp all the way, boy, for your girl. Heck, you talking about? You feel me? But just on random days, man, you're hungry. All right, man, here $25, man. Get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? You want your nails done? All right, here, 100 right here.
My first claim is that the sexual revolution has devalued women and made them infinitely less happy.
Oh, shoot. Why is a man? Why are y'all here? I think it was feminists. What are you doing here? What's the Fruit Loops? Is it Fruit Loops here?
Hello.
Hey, go ahead and time him out right quick. Go ahead and time him out.
I'm Samaya.
Samaya, nice to meet you. I'm Candace.
Nice to meet you too. So my question for you is, statistics show that 60% of women who are murdered by their intimate partners, murdered by someone that they are in close relations with.
I got a question. Where do you look up these statistics? I'm not gonna lie. Google is not always right, bro. I'm gonna keep it G with you. Like, bro, I hate when people look up Google, bro. Google is not always right, bro. Not gonna lie to you, bro. Straight up. That junk is not always right. You feel me? So stop looking on Google, bro, for every answer. That junk ain't always right. I'm telling you, Google wrong, bro. Google right a lot of times. Don't get me wrong, but that junk wrong too sometimes, bro. Like,
that's according to the UN from 2023. So how is it that, women are so valued, quote unquote, in the home, and yet that's the place where they're at the most danger?
Okay, so I'm not sure what that has to do with
I want y'all to hear what the heck she just said. Yeah, you forever gonna be single. You said the most danger? What are you talking about? What type of men you date? You know what I'm saying? The most danger. What, bro? What in the heck are you talking? I'm already getting pissed off.
That's according to the UN from 2023.
Yeah.
So how is it that, you know, women are so valued, you know, quote unquote, in the home, and yet that's the place where they're at the most danger?
Bro, I hate when women try to make it seem like y'all the only ones in danger. Gang, bro, I told y'all my brother friend got stabbed in the chest, bro, by a woman, bro. It's plenty of times, bro, women, like, I hate when some of y'all women, bro, be trying to act like y'all just, like, that's how the world is, though. The world try to make it seem like it's always men. It's men you gotta watch out for. But you gotta watch out for you women, too. But you women evil. Some of you women evil, gang. You feel me? I done plenty of true crime stories where women killed men, bro. So it ain't always a man, bro. Like, straight up, it's both ways. But that's the American, you know what I mean, American view when it comes to stuff. It's always the man, huh? It's always the man crazy. The woman just, man, we gotta die because of you. We gotta die because of a woman. Do you understand? We gotta go on the ground because of Eve? Women made the problem since the start. If Adam would have stayed in that garden by himself, I promise you, we wouldn't have been dead. But right when Eve came along, oh shoot, here we go. Eve came along, now we got it down now.
I'm not sure what that has to do with the sexual revolution.
Right, the sexual revolution. The sexual revolution gave.
I'm happy to answer it. I'm just saying that, you know, if you broaden that statistic, you are more likely in general just to be murdered by somebody you know. So of course,
but men are much less likely to be murdered by, you know, their
that's not
partner.
true.
That's not true. No, it's not.
I'm sure, because men are less likely to be murdered by women. Full stop. That's, yeah, exactly. So that statistic makes sense to me. I'm still not sure how this correlates to whether or not
the sexual revolution increased women's ability to leave the house, women's ability to control their own reproductive capabilities, women's ability to, you know, control their own like capacity within the workforce in regards to their own sexual capacity. So it is the very fact that like the sexual revolution happened that made our access to the workplace much more, or just the public sphere in general, much more easy. So like, without the sexual revolution, women would be much more confined to the place where they're at the most danger. Isn't that true?
So you think that, just so I'm trying to understand your argument here, you think that if we didn't have the sexual revolution, less women or more women would be murdered? Are you saying that women are
more women would be murdered, for sure?
Oh my God, you're so stupid. Oh my God. Just because you sound smart, that don't mean you're smart. The revolution, you know, and they try to hypnotize you with that smart voice. The revolution, you know, if the sexual, we will be murdered. So we just finna murder women for no reason? I'm not finna murder no woman for no reason. So basically what you're doing, you putting every man in one box. Girl, you don't even know me. So basically what you're saying, I'll murder a woman for no reason. That's basically what she's saying, yo. Yo, basically what she's saying, she calling all of us murderers. Basically what she said. So I'll murder a woman for no reason just because of sex. Like just sex. If you don't give me sex, I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna kill you. Oh my God. That joke is hilarious. You feel me? That joke is funny. That joke is hilarious.
Okay, I disagree with that. I still don't think it has anything to do with the claim that women are infinitely less happy because of the sexual revolution, which has devalued women. I think
you'd probably be less happy if you're being murdered.
Oh.
Anyone disagree?
Okay, yeah, I don't, okay. Okay. There is definitely a correlation between personal relationships and domestic violence. And just to be clear, if we're talking about just like a monogamous relationships, the most violent relationships that are on the books are between lesbian partners. Yes, when people are intimate,
that's not a true
that is actually true.
No, the statistic you're talking about is people who have faced domestic violence. Lesbians, yes, are more likely to have faced domestic violence, but that's because they typically came from relationships with men in which they were mistreated.
Oh my God. So basically it's just men, right? Men. Oh my God. See, feminists, all right? Not speaking to all you women, but just speaking on the feminists, right? For the women that hate men. See, this woman it's something happened to this woman. You know what I'm saying? See, one thing when it comes to some women, I say some women, right? See, one thing that happened to some women, a woman gets, something happened to her when it came to a man, right? Like something happened to her. Some women, bro, when something bad happened to them, when it comes to a man does something bad to them, they start looking at every man like they're that man. It's the weirdest thing when it comes to some women. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, this man did this to me, so that means every man is like this man. Bro, child, that's just you being stupid. but you trying to act like you're so smart. See, the thing about you feminists that I can't stand, you don't like men so much, but everything that you enjoy, a man created. Without man, your life is nothing. That's just a fact. That phone that you enjoy, that's a man made that. The app that you enjoy, Instagram, you know what I'm saying, Facebook and all that, you know a man made that, right? You know a man is the reason why your life is how it is. You know that, right? Them shoes that you wearing, probably a man made that. You know what I'm saying? That microphone that you're talking on, the man made that right there, man. So the only reason you can have fun in life is because of man, but you hate men so much, huh? So how you love Jesus? You don't love Jesus? So how can you call yourself a Christian if you don't like men, so you don't like Jesus? You know what I mean? You don't like God. You don't like them then. If you don't like men, so, you know, basically. So the perfect man, you know what I mean, that we all say we believe, you don't like Jesus then. If you don't like man, you don't like Jesus.
Relationships are the most violent relationships that we have on the books. Statistically, they can fact check that claim. The point being is that it's not exactly a stunning statistic to say that when people are in relationships, period, whether those relationships are homosexual, whether they're
married,
you're
saying that the sexual revolution.
Let me finish. I've let you try to explain how this is correlated to happiness, and I don't think it does. I actually think you're having a different debate right now. But yes, absolutely, it makes perfect sense that you are more likely in general when you are in a relationship, because people are driven by anger by people that they know, whether or not we're talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend, you know, a husband and a wife, a husband and a husband, or a wife and a wife. Yes, of course, the instances of domestic violence are going to take place when you're inside of a home. But the sexual revolution, encouraging women to give up their goods for free, which is what I'm speaking about, and encouraging men not to marry these women or to have long-term relationships, what I am saying is a direct contributor to their unhappiness, because women are giving up their goods for free and women are now entering the workplace, and that does not actually make them happy.
Okay, pause. Sorry, you've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Is that a oh, of course she gonna run up.
Hello.
Hi there.
How are you? I'm Candace.
Of course you gonna run up.
Nice to meet you. Julian.
Well, I know who this is.
It's very interesting.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like, people like you know what I'm saying? I mean, it already can tell, like, you're confused. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into, like, you know, people like you, but you're confused already. You know what I'm saying? You already confused. Look who you think you are. You already confused. So what you say don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You already confused. You already dumb. You know what I'm saying? You already think you something you ain't. You feel me? Look at you. Think you a whole nigga. No, come on now. You already confused. Your lifestyle is confusing. So you think what we say on the mic, you think we gonna take you serious? You already walk around like you a big macho man whole time. You got titties. You bleed them off. So your lifestyle is confusing. So you really think we want to hear what the heck you gotta say?
I wanted to think about the gender binary. It's, you know, how do we place value on human beings in general? And so when we think about, you know, placing value, that comes from a place of power, right? So I think let's select like the Victorian era. You have this dominant group of people coming from white supremacy, deciding who gets to have a proper status in the world. And so that is already like placed.
You see, y'all, she cannot handle it. Like, y'all, she just cannot handle that. You know what I'm saying? She cannot fake it. So it's like, at the end of the day, she's trying to be a man, but she just cannot handle that. You know what I mean? She cannot. You feel me? It's all in the hand motions. And like I said, y'all, I don't have a problem with sweet people. You know what I'm saying? But I do speak against it, though. You know what I'm saying? I speak against it. You're not finna make me feel like this is normal. You feel me? And that's one thing. I don't care if you counsel me. I speak what is right, and I speak with the truth. You a male, you hear me? Listen to me. You a male. No matter how much braids you put in, you could cut your balls off. You a nigga. You get nails, you can do everything. You know what I'm saying? You can fool everybody else. You can't fool yourself, though. You know what you is. Same thing for a woman. It don't matter how much. It ain't different genders, you hear me? It's only two, male and female. You go get some help, go get some therapy. You know what I'm saying? You go get some therapy, man. They talking about different genders now, girl, you stupid. So it don't matter how much you try to bulk up, no matter how much you try to stomp with the big dog. You know what I'm saying? You a woman. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all that, you could try to, you know, fool them, but you ain't gonna fool me. I see a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. I'm not finna walk up to you. What's up, my nigga? No, I ain't doing that. I'm not brainwashed like that. I don't look at you like you a man. I look at you like you a woman. Look at this woman trying to be a man. Look at her. That's how I look at you. That's how I look at all the stupid. You know what I'm saying? Woman.
Taking human beings and devaluing them. And so
nobody's devaluing you. No, that's what you try to say. Nobody's devaluing you. You know what I mean? See, the thing when it comes to y'all try to put y'all lifestyle on us. We don't have a problem with you. I do have a problem with it for sure. I do. But at the end of the day, I'm not over there trying to change the way you living, bro. And the thing we have a problem with is you try to force that lifestyle on us, bro. You got Pride Month, bro. You know what I'm saying, on Hulu now. You trying to put it in our face, bro. That's the problem we got, bro. You trying to make it seem like it's normal, bro. You trying to put it in our faces. You know what I'm saying? We already, bro. It's like, bro, just stay over there. That's all we say. Stay over there with that junk. Don't try to put it on us, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got a problem with. You trying to force it on us, bro. That's the problem that we have. If you want to bust dukes, go bust dukes over there. If you want to bump coochies, go bump coochies over there. Don't try to bring it over here and make me feel like it's normal, though. Because I disagree with that lifestyle. You feel me? I disagree with that. Not judging you at all. I'm not judging you. You know what I mean? I just don't agree with that lifestyle. You feel me? So just stay over there with that. Don't try to bring it over here. Then that's going to be a problem. You try to bring it over here. You try to force it on. You know what I'm saying?
Did was to help people seek out empowerment, which increase value no matter the gender. So when it comes to sexual revolution, let's look at one contribution is sex education. I'm actually an educator. I teach sociology and LGBTQ studies, and I have absolutely seen the positive.
You teach what? You teach LGBT? That's a thing? You teach what? What you teach them in that class? What you say you teach? LGBT. It's a dumb class, right? That is a stupid class.
When it comes to sexual revolution, let's look at one contribution is sex education. I'm actually an educator. I teach sociology and LGBTQ studies. And I have absolutely seen the positive outcome with the sexual revolution and sex education and seeing people empower themselves. And with that comes safety when it comes to decreasing STIs, abuse, sexual assault. Again, people get to empower themselves of all genders. And I know earlier you mentioned about
of all genders?
Violence amongst lesbians and sapphic community, which I do identify within. All genders can be subjected to
violence. What you identify?
The lesbians and sapphic community, which I do identify within. All genders can be subjected to violence.
That was the point I was making. So I wasn't sure of how her claim was relating to what we were talking about, whether or not it makes people happy or unhappy. Relationships are obviously a ground where there can be violence.
I guess I could just wrap it up by saying, like, if we all have access to like sex education through the incredible work of feminists through the sexual revolution, we are able to gain access to information and gain skills to.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not listening to none you saying. I'm gonna keep it G with you. Like, I'm just waiting for Candace to talk. I'm gonna keep it G. I'm not listening to nothing you saying. I'm not like these people that get hypnotized by your smart voice. I'm not listening to none you. Kind of like I said, your life is already confusing. You know what I mean? You already living a confused life. So it's like people like you, I really don't even listen to for real. You know what I'm saying? Until you get your life right, then I listen to you. You know what I'm saying? But you already confused. You know what I mean? You confused already. You feel me? So it's like people like, I don't listen to confused people.
An equitable society, egalitarian within our relationships, whether it be platonic or romantic. I'm so grateful for those feminists who have fought for us so we can gain those spaces and create a healthier society.
Okay, are you a believer in the government doing everything that it can to make people happy?
So when it comes, as someone that teaches in the public sector, I understand the concern when it comes to like, what is a teacher, you know, what kind
of while I'm watching, you ain't gonna listen
to the students. I do believe that
you must be one of those,
a teacher, I should be able to give that sort of information. Again, I teach college students. One of my claims is I believe that we should mandate sex education amongst college students. So yes, I do want the state, I would like the government to give us those resources so we can implement that curriculum.
Okay, are you consider yourself a feminist, I'm assuming?
A queer feminist. There's variations, right?
What is a queer feminist?
What is a queer feminist? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't listen to folks. What is that? What is LGBT studies? What is a queer feminist? What the frick is that? You know what I'm saying? A queer feminist. I consider myself a queer feminist. What the frick is that? No, you just making up. No, we humans just make up stuff now. I'm a queer feminist.
It's just so I understand.
Well, so I heavily believe in queer theory. So, the gender binary that we understand, it comes from colonization. So someone who is mixed race, family from Mexico, we have the Moshe's in Mexico, which is an indigenous tribe. They believed in gender fluidity. And then you have European colonizers coming who dismantle that. And now everything that we understand when it comes to gender is a Western lens. So from a queer...
So you don't even think women exist, I'm guessing.
I think everyone should be empowered to figure out their identity and...
God. See what I'm saying? Dumb, right here, man. You don't believe women exist. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man. This woman don't believe women exist. See what I'm saying? That's why I say I don't listen to people. That's why I say I'm not listening to her. All that little smart talking and junk, that junk doesn't matter to me. That's what I'm saying. Her life is confusing. Her life is confusing. So basically saying if I want to be a dog, I can be a dog then. Basically what you're saying. I'm a dog now. So if I want to be a dog, meow. If I want to be a cat, meow. 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 That made me a cat, right? I'm a cat, right? Basically what you saying. So anything I want to be, I can be it, right? I'm being a dinosaur. Oh, shoot. Well, you gotta laugh at the world, boy, y'all. I'll be laughing. You know what I'm saying? People probably looking at me like that. He think he's funny. You're not funny, dude. You're not funny. Hey, I told you, I don't care about how you feel. Look at me. Look at me, coochie bumpers. Look at me, coochie bumpers. I don't care how you look at me. I don't care how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I speak against that in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I go against that. I love making people mad. I'm the guy that the internet needs. Nigga, I say what's on my mind. That's why I say what's on my mind. I don't care how you look at me. I don't care you don't like me, but you know what I'm saying? I don't, bro. People talking about me. You know what I mean? People thinking bad about me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people that just don't give a F, man. You know what I'm saying? I speak against this mental health, bro. You got to understand, bro, mental health. A lot of these folks have mental health problems, bro. A lot of people walking around here have mental health. Her right here, off the gate, me just looking, she's battling demons, bro. She is battling a demon. This woman has this woman needs help, bro. She needs help.
Exist, I'm guessing.
I think everyone should be empowered to figure out their identity and
figure out their identity. What are you talking about? It's woman and man. That's it, and that's all, girl. Woman and a man. Woman and man. That's all you are. You are a woman. You are a woman, bro. You are.
Explore the language that best describes themselves. So freedom, America, right? America, freedom. And I want to believe in that when it comes to identity. Right. Everyone should have the freedom to decide how they want to identify, as long as they're not causing harm. But that's where we get into the debate, what is harm? Yeah, look, like I said, bro, yeah, I totally disagree with what you're saying. I don't care about all that little nice, you know what I mean? Talking about you should identify what you, girl. Hey, girl, look, in other countries, they kill people like you. I'm going to keep it G with you. You want me to keep it real with you? In other countries, you don't have a say-so. In my opinion, America has too much freedom. In other countries, you say you gay, oh, you dead. In other countries, it's either straight or be alive. It's either straight or death. Death. That's what it is in other countries. See, that's the America way, though. You don't know how the other countries, they don't play that. Other countries, some women don't have a say-so at all. You know what I'm saying? But you American people really don't know how good you got it sometimes, do you, bro? Because this is not even tolerated in other countries, some other countries. Because you be dead. Real talk. So, yeah, all the freedom. Yeah, all right.
So just, again, to be clear, to go back to this claim, we are debating female happiness. Mm-hmm. You are saying you do not identify as a female. I identify with all gender expressions. So from masculinity to femininity. So I'm just saying...
Hey, Candace, better laugh. Candace, laugh at it.
To femininity. So I'm just saying. Are you?
Hey y'all, hold on. I got it. Hey y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. And this just off the gate, and this just came to my mind, y'all. Bro, I've never seen a gay Chinese man or woman. I promise you, bro. How many times y'all have we seen gay foreigners? Bro, think about it, y'all. Am I the only one that tripping? Bro, I never seen a gay foreigner. Bro, it just hit my mind, y'all. It just hit my mind, bro. I have never seen a gay foreigner, bro. I never. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, we go on the internet, y'all. Can y'all pull up a gay foreigner? I'm not gonna lie. I had to think about it, y'all. I'm like, bro, I've never seen a gay foreigner. I was like, what the freak? I had to think about it, like, bro, what?
Saying that as a part of queer theory, you're debating whether or not women are happier after the sexual revolution. I'm just trying to understand, because it seems like you're debating queer theory as opposed to female.
I believe all genders benefit from the sexual revolution.
Get your stupid self on.
Please return to your seat.
All genders, girl, it's two genders. Get your stupid. What are you clapping? All bunch of dumb niggas. I already tell. It's a whole bunch of dumb niggas.
Hello.
I'm Zena.
Zena. Very much like your name.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Can we start with the beginning? Do you identify as a female?
I identify as a woman, yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I do want to get back to your premise. You're saying that women have been devalued, right, by the sexual revolution. This kind of presumes two things. One, that there has been a loss of worth, right, for women. So you're saying that women have, as human beings, lost worth. Women who, prior to their sexual revolution, were worth more than women today.
I would say that, yes, women have devalued themselves by becoming overtly sexual. That's my claim. So, I mean, also according to and let's talk.
I'm going to keep it G. And it's just real. Bro, women, bro, and like I said, it's some good women. This is not an attack on all women. So, I just try to tell y'all, that's why I say some. So, if I got any women watching this, I'm not a man like that. I'm a very smart individual. I don't put every woman in one box. You know what I'm saying? I haven't met even a small, bro, percentage of the world. I say some women. You know what I'm saying? Bro, some women has become men, and it's like some men has become the women. It's like the roles have reversed. I remember back then, right? Back in the day, bro, if a woman was an HOE, you know what I mean? If a woman was an HOE, she'll try to hide it. That was like the worst thing a girl could be back then, was an HOE. That was the worst thing. Now, they do not care. Some women don't care. You got your butt on Instagram. You got an OnlyFans page. Where the modesty at? Where that happened? What happened to that? To some women, not all. If you not this type of woman, you should take no offense. Only a hit dog holler. You know what I'm saying? But where the modesty at? You think I'm finna show my mama your Instagram? Like keep it. You think, and this is how a dude think. A good dude, right? Because a lot of y'all women love saying there ain't no good dudes out here. Us good dudes don't go for women like y'all. That's why you feel like ain't no good dudes out here, because you attract bad dudes. We don't want no woman showing her butt on Instagram, your titties and out cleavage. We don't go for that. So you think there ain't no good dudes out here because of who you attract. You are who you attract. So if you out here being an HOE, who you gonna attract? A HOE. And then you got a nerd talking about ain't no good niggas out here. Look yourself in the mirror first. Ain't no good nigga finna mess with you. We finna mess with that. You in the club every weekend? Who finna go with that? You in the club? You showing you got an OnlyFans? You showing your cleavage? You outside? Who finna go for that? Not me. I don't give a dang how pretty he is. I drop you like a bad habit. Word up. And I cut off the baddest. Good men got standards. So yeah, it's good men out here. Yeah, it's good men out here. You know what I mean? They just ain't going for you. That's it. They just ain't going for you. You feel me? So yeah, stop with all that. It ain't good men out here. Nah, it's just you. Look yourself in the mirror. Posting all them butt pics. Just because a dude have hard eyes on your comment section, I don't mean he wants you. Let me tell you about classic niggaology. Because y'all women swear y'all know man, right? You can't tell me about a man because I'm a man, just like I can't tell you about a woman because you're a woman. Oh, one thing about us, hey, look, one thing about us, hey, we'll put hard eyes all day on in the comment section just to get one thing. They swear they want it. They swear that, oh yeah, he want me. No, he don't want you. He want what you got. Difference. He don't want you, he want what you got, shouted. You feel me? Once he get what he got, bounce goes the weasel.
remove this from the other part of the claim, which it has made women infinitely less happy.
Right. So are you saying, but you're saying that according to you, women have been devalued?
Not according to me. According to the time in which people are getting married, how difficult it is for people to find a partner that's willing to commit to them. And I think that's in large part due to the fact that women are offering sex for free, because it was a major component of the sexual revolution was this idea.
So a woman's worth is tied to her sexuality.
It's not tied
Gotta
to
listen.
Absolutely. If you're going to be having multiple partners, you are going to be devaluing yourself.
You're worth less.
Yes, shawty, yes. If you giving yourself up to multiple people, you are worth less. We don't look at you like that. Just like if you got multiple baby daddies, multiple babies, you are devalued. I'm sorry. You are not a prize. They love trying to say women are the prize. No, you are not. You know what I mean? Oh, the woman you got to show me why you the prize. I don't just look at a woman and just say see, that's how that's how women try to make us man feel. You know what I mean? Even your sip daddies tell you back then, oh, woman the prize. I grew up, bro, on my own. Look, I ain't gonna cap. For me, I grew up on some real player-ish. Not even player-ish, but it's a different. I'm not saying I'm a player like I'm out here doing. No, I'm just a player, like a real nigga. So they talking about women the prize. Girl, you got to show me why you the prize. I'm not finna just look at you like you. Why can't I look at myself like I'm the prize? Why not? So the only reason I should look at you like you the prize, because you got a coochie. That's it. You got a coochie. I got balls. You know what I'm saying? I got balls. I got a ding-a-ling. Just like you bring life into life, come out of me too, bro. What's going on? What make you the prize, bro? Because you push out, because you carry a baby for 9 months and you push out the baby. Yeah, look, you got to realize your child don't come from you. They come out of you. Children come from us. It's a difference. See, you see how I just said that? Children come from us. They come out of you. You know what I mean? just had to put that. They swear because it, 9 months, you feel me? 9 months, I'm carrying the baby for 9 months. I push the baby out. Yeah, I'm the prize. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
As a human being, just, in terms
of... And look,
Met
Metcalf Ford. That's what you supposed to do, Metcalf Ford. I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying don't spoil your girl. I'm saying you spoil your girl because she showed you she was the prize, right? I bet you spoil your girl because she showed you the prize, right? That's what I'm saying. She showed you she the prize. She showed you she a good woman. So now you want to do for her, bro. But you're not just off the rip, just, oh yeah, she the prize, man. You got to show me you the prize. What the...
To have a partnership and a productive relationship, certainly men are not going to be clamoring to have a relationship with somebody when there's the market is throwing them.
A man's response to your actions is what defines your worth, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I would say that I would argue that what makes women actually happy is family. So if you're interrupting, so I'm just to connect the dots for you, when women are having sex with multiple partners, it devalues them for men, right?
For men. So,
yes, so
men define a woman's worth.
Well, I would say...
Do you want a husband? Man define that should be like you though. We talking about, how about you? We're talking about a woman that wants a relationship. You're not listening. You're not listening. You're like talking to a brick wall. She's not talking about that. If you want a relationship, you want a man, yes, it devalues you. You know what I'm saying? It devalues you. If you want a relationship, you go ahead and pop your coochie all you want to. You know what I'm saying? Your self-worth, that's on you then. But if you want a relationship, you want to get with a man that devalues you in a man's sight.
So I'm just to connect the dots for you. When women are having sex with multiple partners, it devalues them for men, right?
For men. So,
yes, so
men define a woman's worth.
Well, I would say both of them kind of define one another's worth, because I think the ultimate goal for people to be happy is actually family.
Okay, so you're saying in all cases, a woman is going to be more fulfilled in regards to family.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And this is going to work in all cases. So you're saying there's no individual case in which a woman can feel,
independent
without being tied to other people. In the case of family?
I think there could be an exceptional case for everything. I think there are exceptional cases, but I think that if we all start trying to be the exception as opposed to recognizing the rule, which is that people in life are more fulfilled when they achieve a family unit and when they have children, women in particular, especially aspiring to children, then you are going to end up with a bunch of people who are unhappy because your job cannot replace the feeling of having a family.
So what you're saying is we need to look at every individual case and see what is going to fulfill you or what is going to I guess, essentially predict your happiness more. Because if we look at, for example, the Nordic countries, right? These are countries, I'm talking about like Sweden, Denmark, right? These countries tend to be like, I think in the past 14 years, they've been ranked as the highest in happiness and marital satisfaction from women, right? And we see that they also have been the most open in regards to like, you know, sexual norms and you know, sexual roles, right? So, and we also see that there's less rates of like STDs reported. We see more, and that's also due to comprehensive sex education that's pushed in those countries. So we see that and that's like a direct result of the sexual revolution, right? So when we're seeing that direct reports of happiness, right, we don't have these same rates in America. In these countries that are more sexually open, why would we see like those rates in those type of countries?
So I think you might be referring to this sort of mass-produced study that was a part of like a behavioral science study, which said that women were the happiest women in the world were women that were actually unmarried and had careers. No, okay, well, there was
reported happiness.
Okay, sure. I'm talking about the same thing. It was reported happiness, but it could be there's tons of studies. The point being is that in 2023, there was this massive scandal where they recognize that a lot of these studies that were being produced, behavioral science.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, like, what is reported happiness? Like if you don't want to get married, don't get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, marriage, bro, God doesn't even God made marriage, bro, just so you don't commit sexual immorality. If y'all know what sexual morality is, that's basically what a lot of y'all dudes doing out here, having sex with different women. A lot of y'all don't even know y'all sinning, because the world just make it look like it's normal. But sex outside of marriage is a sin. It's called sexual immorality. So God made marriage for that. If you can't control yourself, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Then marriage is for, but bro, marriage is not mandatory. You know what I'm saying? It's only mandatory when it comes to the world's view. You feel me? When the world's point of view, but marriage is not mandatory when it comes to God, bro. He just placed it in for that reason. So if you don't want to get married, don't get married. You know what I'm saying? That's on you, shawty. You feel me? But honestly, like I said, for me, I want to get married. You know what I'm saying? For me, I want to. I want to have a wife. I want to have children. That's just me. I want to leave a legacy behind. I feel like that's just, I don't know. It's like, shoot, you know, I don't have to do it, but it's something I want to do, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm already happy, but that would add to my happiness. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like me getting married and me having children, that's not gonna make me happy because I'm already happy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody makes me happy. You just add to my happiness. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if you don't want to get married, shout it, don't get married. That's on you.
Proven to be a complete fraud. And they were unable to reproduce these studies. And they also found that the data had been faked. The data that we can look at that I think shows, and you can let me know if you agree with this, if women, and under the imagination of the feminist umbrella, were really...
But there's another thing. If you don't get married, right? If you don't get married, you feel me? It's really, look, marriage is really mandatory. It's not really, but it really is. And me being a Christian man and me being a godly man, bro, you know, having sex outside of marriage, that right there, you know what I'm saying? That right there already, like, you feel me? I'm going to keep it real with you. You know, like, I'm not finna just say that, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, I ain't had sex in a long time. I'm going to keep it G with y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here smashing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that, which y'all probably think I'm doing. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Because I live a different way than a lot of y'all dudes live. So marriage for me is mandatory, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be out here sinning against God, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Just keeping it real with you, you feel me? So for me, marriage is mandatory. You feel me? And I feel like if every Christian woman, Christian man think the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, whether you like it or not, bro, outside of marriage, bro, you sinning, bro. Sexual immorality, you sinning. You know what I'm saying? You sinning, gang. You feel me? But the world make it look like it's just normal. You feel me? But it ain't. You even look at a woman lustfully, bro, you know you committed adultery, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know that, bro? I said, a lot of y'all got to read the word. You look at a woman lustfully, bro, you committed sin. You look at her, bro, just, dang, she got a little fat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you committed sin.
When they were in the home, and then entering the workforce has made women happier and infinitely
so marriage
more
is
secure,
mandatory. Because I know a lot of y'all you don't have self-control, bro. So marriage is mandatory.
We could, I think, reasonably expect that there would have been a decrease in suicide rates amongst women.
You would have to go ahead and show how that correlation, right, is going to be a direct cause of women going into the workforce.
Okay, well, how can we, let's measure, then you have to give me a way that we can measure happiness. How can we measure happiness? So I would say...
So you saying every 20 minutes?
Would be a good thing to look at.
You
drug,
do?
alcohol consumption would be
Of course, right? But we would have to, we can say, I can say at this point...
Look up sexual morality. Look it up.
There's a lot of things that we need to reconcile in society.
That's what I'm getting at.
Right,
So
but we have to look at the cause, right? Why are these things predicted, right? And for example, if we talk about men, there are a lot of things we can look at, right? That tend to predetermine suicide, right? But we can't say, oh, these two things are happening at the same time. This caused this other thing.
Yes, that's right. But I do think that we can objectively say that women who are committing suicide rates more than they were in the 1950s, like it has actually increased marginally. That's not a sign that us entering the workforce suddenly made us all very happy. How is it a cause of the workforce? We're also binge drinking at a higher rate.
How's this cause of
opioids at a higher rate?
How is this a cause of entering the workforce?
Because I think women are being put on a pathway aspirationally.
But you're going to have to. You're saying you think this, right? But where's the cause? Like you're not substantiating the claim. You're saying this is what I think. I'm seeing two.
Okay, pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Thank you so much.
You did a great job.
Period. Period.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm Nikki.
Nice to meet you.
So we're talking about the value of women on a societal scale and how we view each other, right? When you're devaluing us, you're objectifying us. And
I get what she was saying though, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't feel like but I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, a woman's happiness should be, you know what I mean, be about how a man feel about her, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, you feel me? But you're not hearing, you feel me, what Candace saying. She's saying if you want to get in a relationship with a man, bro, a man not gonna want a girl that's out here just, you know what I mean, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a girl out here who has multiple, you know, that's had sex with multiple different dudes. You know, it's just real. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, it does devalue that. It does devalue you if you trying to start a family with a man, if you trying to be with a man. That right there is what she talking about. But a lot of y'all you be hearing somebody, but you don't really be listening. There's a difference between hearing somebody and listening, bro. A lot of y'all don't be listening, bro, what the freak she's saying.
Promise. But rape rates have gone down.
And look, and why it's both ways though. It's both ways. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's both ways, bro. Ignore the Scooter dude and ignore the Curry dude, bro. They just some trolls. They just want my attention. But it goes both ways for sure though. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for a man. A woman don't want a man, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's out here, bro. You know what I mean? Doing all that and doing all this. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. But why a woman gets devalued more than a man is because it's easier for you to get it. And we have to work to get it. So I know a lot of women be thinking like, dang, so why when men go out here smash different women, they get praised, and why when women go out here and do the same thing, they get devalued? Because it's easier for you to get it, especially if you a good looking woman. It's thrown at you every day. So for you to just open your legs at everything that's getting thrown at you, that right there is nasty. Like you just like, ugh, like that junk nasty because it's easy for you to get it. But for a man, he has to work for it. You know what I mean? So he has to put in the work for it. You don't have to. So that's why he get praised and you don't. You feel me? Because it's easy for you to do it. It's hard as heck for that nigga to do it. You feel me? Even though both of y'all doing it is wrong. But that's why. You know what I'm saying? It's double standards in that type. I hope I ask a lot of questions. You feel me? Like, just keeping it real, it's easy for you to do it. That junk nasty. It's nasty for him too, but just thinking of you though. You know what I'm saying? You a pretty woman. It's getting thrown at you every day. All type of DMs, all men, they just throwing themselves at you. You just open your legs to everybody. It's something nasty. Like, ugh.
By about half.
You feel me? Ugh.
Right? So if you're saying we're less valuable now, why wouldn't we be suffering at a higher rate?
So is the argument that you're making, just so I understand, that because women are giving up sex for free, they're not being raped?
Every study shows rape is not correlated with just sexual gratification. It is a power structure.
Okay.
So it is about objectifying and abusing women when you rape them, not about whether or not you want sex. What I am saying is that women are less objectified, so therefore we are being raped less.
Okay, so you think that in today's society, because this is pretty wild for me. In the 1950s, you're saying women were more objectified than today in the land of OnlyFans, the Kardashian clan, and women that are essentially putting up their boobs and butts for free on Instagram. You're saying we finally have achieved less objectification, where women can't even get onto an advertising. You can't even advertise a bag without them having to be naked in order for them to get a career as a model. You're saying, oh great, we've achieved actually less objectification.
So I'm not trying to suggest that I think that the over-commodification of women's bodies is positive. But what I am saying is that when you're going to the 1950s, that we shouldn't put this glazed look of, oh, it was so happy, we had single income households and we got to stay home. We also had a pill popping problem. We also were viewed as maids. Like, we were seen as a house appliance far more than we were as people. And so when you have that kind of objectification where you are in a subservient position, I think we're facing a different form today. But I think that rape is a signifier of a contradiction to your statement. Okay. Does that make sense?
Look. All I'm saying is, you know, we could just go back and look, you know what I'm saying, of how women used to dress. How women looked back then was just so much way better. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you can go on Instagram and it's like, you know, women complain on how they're devalued and how they're looked at, but look how you present yourself. Like, just keep it real. Like, look how you present yourself. You feel me? Like, you got your butt in the screen. Like, you showing your butt. You feel me? Like, you're valuing yourself. Like, you feel me? Like, you could just go back. I want you to go back and look at the 90s sitcoms, the 90s movies. Look how, not even you could just go back and just look, like, back then, YouTube. Look how different women dress, bro. They dress so modest. They dress like they had respect for themselves. Like, dang, you ain't got respect for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got respect for yourself, bro, to show your butt in front of 1 million people, bro. Really, bro? Really? That's how you really think you're... That's how I feel like. I feel like you don't love yourself. You can't love yourself. Because a woman that loves herself do not want to show her body out. Like, that is very personal. That's very personal. Your butt, like, you just exposing what's personal. Like, that joint just, like, what the freak, bro? Like...
it doesn't make sense, but I do want to rebut it on
like, y'all just modest. It's just modesty. Like, bro, like, bro, modest, bro. That's the one thing that I look for in a woman is modesty, bro. You feel me? When I go out with you, I don't want your butt showing. I don't want your cleavage showing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even control. It's just about you represent me when you step outside the door, just like I represent you. That's how I look at it. You represent me. You feel me? What I look like, bro, walking with a girl, walking with my girlfriend, and she got on booty shorts and she got her cleavage showing out. Like, that jump right there is just that, bro. Modesty is the #1 thing on my list, bro. Modesty, bro.
First, I just want to say, suggesting that objectification has gone downward since the 1950s is wild. That's just a firm no. That is not the truth, and you know that's not true.
Wait, so do you feel like...
Hold on, let me answer your second thing. Okay. Second thing, you then brought up, okay, women were at home, but they were pill popping. Well, you then have to acknowledge we're actually popping more pills now, right? So we have actually increased our amount of pill popping. Women are having overdoses on opioids. And on top of that, since I think 1999, by rate, we are increasing our opioid use compared to men. So women are not popping pills less because we're going into the workforce. That's actually not true at all either. We're also, like I said to you, consuming alcohol more and binge drinking more than we did in the 1950s, which is why I was trying to get her to say, we need to look at actually give me any reasonable metric of how we can define happiness, because it's hard, right? Are you happy, yes or no?
Sure, but wait, hold on. We're actually avoiding what my original point was about rape being the signifier.
Okay, pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right, this is the last one. Then we're going to move on to something else, man.
Hi.
Hi.
I like your hat.
Whitney Shanahan.
Nice to meet you.
I am fascinated by your claim that women have lost happiness since the sexual revolution, since the 1950s. Do you think that there's any tie to happiness and freedom and happiness and choice? Because since 1950s, since the sexual revolution, women have gotten exponentially more freedom and more choice. And for me, as a mother and as a woman, having the freedom to choose what I do, to make my own destiny, makes me infinitely more happy than, say, back before the sexual revolution when I couldn't get a bank account, couldn't get a home loan, couldn't work outside the home, couldn't travel around without a man, couldn't control my own reproduction. So I feel that happiness, personally, my belief, is tied to our ability to have freedom. And I think that in the United States, protecting freedom and our individual freedoms is what's going to lead us to happiness.
Did you go to
and I feel like everybody should have freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody should have freedom. Like honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like just keeping it real. So I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you know, have your freedom for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that, bro.
College?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Did you?
So yes, I did. So you have a degree?
Absolutely.
Now, when you went to college, did you go to college because it was simply something that you wanted to do, or did you think that I have to go to college because in order to get a job, I have to have a college degree?
I went to college for art because I was fascinated with art.
Okay. Just answering my question, did you go to college? Was that the only reason you went to college, or did you think that I might want to do something in art, so I have to go to college, like for my career?
I went to school because I wanted to expand my horizons. I mean, I think that's why most people.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to expand my horizons. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to y'all going to college, I'm going to expand my horizon. You're going to expand your horizon being in debt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're going to expand, all right. You feel me? And I always tell y'all, man, if you ain't got a scholarship, you feel me? If you don't have a scholarship, why are you going to college? Academic scholarship, football scholarship, basketball scholarship, things of that nature. Why are you going to college? You can go to college. I'm not going to lie. You can go to college for sure. You know what I'm saying? If you know what you going, like, if you know what you want to do. See, it's a lot of kids out here that's going to college just because their parents want them to go to college. And that's why she asked that question. They don't really go to college because they want to go to college. They go to college because they're forced to. Getting a degree thinking, oh yeah, I have a degree to my name, but once you graduate, that degree is not even getting put to use. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you go to college, bro, to be a doctor, be a lawyer, be stuff of that nature. You know what I mean? Get a degree in something that you know like you're going to do after graduation. Don't just get a degree just because you want it to your name. You know what I mean? Because I worked with a dude with a warehouse, bro, you know what I'm saying, who had an excellent degree. I forgot what his degree was. He had an excellent degree. In my mind, I was like, bro, why the freak are you in here? You know what I'm saying? You're not even supposed to be in here. You feel me? But he said, bro, I couldn't find no job, man, no job. So you just wasted all them years for no reason?
University?
No,
why did you go?
That's actually not true. I went, and I think a lot of people go because there's a pressure. That
said knowledge for knowledge's sake? Bro, you don't have no knowledge. Like, just because you went to college, that don't mean you have more knowledge than me. Matter of fact, bro, honestly, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. That makes me smarter than you because guess what? I escaped debt. You know, if you're like, what you mean knowledge? Like, you know what I mean? What does college teach you that the real world doesn't? I feel like school doesn't teach you about the real world. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I've gained knowledge by being in the real world. You know what I mean? What you gain in knowledge, getting in debt. Now you in debt for the rest of your life because you want some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because you want some knowledge, bro. If you don't have a degree, if you don't have a scholarship, what you want to go for the college experience? If you want to look, if you don't have no scholarship, you shouldn't be going to college. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be going to college. Simple as that. Unless you want to get in debt. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get in debt, then go ahead and go to college. You know what I mean? But if you do not know what you want to do or what you want to be after you graduate, you got to think not just now. See, a lot of people going to college just thinking then, now. You know what I'm saying? Now. You feel me? You got to think after, okay, what am I going to do after college? What am I going to do after college? I'm just saying, bro.
College are going to be a failure.
It's a choice. Everything's a choice. So
let me see. What she say?
Yeah, why did you go?
That's actually not true. I went, and I think a lot of people go because there's a pressure that if you don't go to college, you're going to be a failure.
Thank you. See, that's what I be saying, bro. That's what I be saying. I feel like a lot of y'all go to college, bro, because your parents make you go to college, bro. I feel like some of y'all want to go to college, bro, because of what you want to get that college experience. But I feel like a lot of y'all go to college because your parents, bro. Because your parents. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even control your own life. You go to parents because your parents are pushing college. Do you want to go to college, bro? I feel like you got to go to college.
Everything's a choice. So taking away choices doesn't make people happier.
I'm disagreeing with you on the idea that people are feeling more free by financial pressure. I think financial pressure makes people feel remarkably less free.
So you want no bank accounts again, women not to have credit cards?
I'm not saying that women shouldn't have access to credit cards or banking accounts. You're putting words in my mouth, so why don't you respond to the words that I'm saying?
Well, less financial pressure. If I don't have a bank account, that's a lot less financial pressure, I guess, right?
Financial pressure in terms of most people that go to college, and I'm counting myself among them, it's because typically in order to get the job that you're being sold is going to make you infinitely happier and infinitely more free, it just requires a college degree. And most of these people, to be clear, have to put themselves, the majority of people have to put themselves into debt. And I don't think anybody would describe.
Thank you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. You feel me? Don't try to go like. See, one thing people try to make it seem like I ain't smart, I knew I wasn't going to college. Like, bro, I know what the freak I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no dumb dude. I'm very smart. I'm very intelligent, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She just said it too. That's what I be saying. And yet you try to argue with me. You know what I mean? You trying to argue with me. Oh man, you're doing this, bro. You're in debt. If you don't have a scholarship, bro, you're in debt. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Shut up, bro. Unless you get like a Hope scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Georgia, they got a Hope scholarship. So you get a Hope scholarship. But other than that, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's Georgia. But other than that, bro, you're in debt. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Just shut the freak up, gang. You feel me? I'm trying to act like you ain't in debt. You in debt, nigga. But you going to college for free. So you telling me, bro, if you ain't got a Hope scholarship, if you ain't got a scholarship, you just going to college, you ain't in debt. Nigga, you stupid. You think you don't know you in debt. You better go over and talk to them folks in college, cause boy, you in debt for sure. Heck you talking about? You in debt for sure. You feel me? So yeah. No, you might don't know that you in debt, but nigga, you in debt.
Have to put themselves, the majority of people have to put themselves into debt. And I don't think anybody would describe debt as a form of freedom, right? I don't think anybody would realistically say.
Let's get back to happiness. So we're here to talk about happiness and how the sexual revolution, and we're not talking about college debt.
I think it's important because we're talking about freedom. You just said that the reason why I feel happy is because I have more freedom. And I am saying that financial restraints and debt doesn't make people feel more free.
So let's eliminate the debt. Let's eliminate college debt. Maybe we should have free college here in the U.S. That sounds great. Great idea, Candace. Right. I love that idea. All right. Okay. Love it. Woo! Champion for the people. Girl. Very nice. All right. Return to your seat.
Sit your butt down. Go and sit your butt down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Go and sit your butt down. And really, you want to be real? None of y'all really free. You know what I'm saying? You want me to be real with y'all? None of y'all free. Most of y'all in this chat right here are slaves. Don't take offense to what I'm saying. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? The word has made slaves. You know, the world, has made slaves into a bad word. Slaves, another word for workers. So I'm gonna just say workers, right? You know what I mean? Let me finish. If you have a job, you are a slave, right? You're not free. You can't do what you want to do. You gotta clock in every day. Are you really free? You're not free. You can't do what you want to do. Truly, can you do what you want to do? Think about it. You're not free. Not really, right? Nigga, no. Oh, exactly. You're not free. You think you're free. See, freedom is what I'm doing. It's free. You probably looking like, bro, what? I do what the freak I want to do. When I want to do it. I don't got to clock in nowhere. I go where I want to go, do what I want to do. See, that's what I was chasing. I was chasing freedom. I'm chasing freedom. This is true freedom. Waking up, then got to worry about a thing in the world. Work on my own dang time, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. That's freedom. That's freedom. So it's like, I just had to expand. If you have a job, you're not free. Whether you like it or not, it's not a bad thing. It's just real. You can't do what you want to do. What, you going to get mad at me because I'm just keeping it real? You can't do what you want to do. If you want to take a vacation, what you got to do? Put in vacation days, right? You got to let them know what's going on. You just can't not show up to work. If you do that, guess what? You're going to lose your job. They designed it that way. Bro, you got to realize a job is like, look, a job is like a plantation field, right? You work at a warehouse. I want you to look at it. That's how I look at it. That's how I knew I had to get the frick up out of there, right? Job is a different name of plantation. See, slavery is still around. It's just different names. It's different names. So the slaves back then were picking cotton on the field, right? And you had the masters riding around on horses watching the slaves do all the work. Same thing for you, but when you be in that warehouse, your managers are the masters and you are the slaves. They paying you little chump change while they making the big money. You think $18 an hour, it's good for you, but that's really nothing compared to what they making. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's really nothing compared to what they make. I want you to just look around and just look at the managers just walking around, looking at you do the hard work and ain't doing a dang thing. They just walking around telling you how to do it, what to do, how to do it. Don't be on your phone. Just look at it one day. The managers walking around ain't doing a dang thing. You doing all the hard work, nigga. You doing all the hard work. Your manager's just chilling. I remember, man, when I was at a freaking freezer warehouse job. I was at a freezer warehouse job, yo. We freezing our butt off in the warehouse, man. Freezing. I'm talking about y'all like at least 30 degrees in there. Freezing. Cutting fruits. I walk into the manager office. They in there laughing, having a good time with the heat on. With the heat on. And I don't understand why people take offense to what I'm saying, gang. Why are you taking offense to what I'm saying? You feel me? Everybody got to answer to somebody, bro. Why are you taking offense to what I'm saying? Chill, bro. Chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking the truth. That's why I say, see, look, that's why you don't like me. Because I speak the truth, and that truth hurt. It hurt you when I said that, right? Did it? It just hurt. So now you're trying to flip it back on me. Oh, man, Twitch must be your master, too. You can say what you want to say, but, hey, I can move how I want to move, though. I can go where I want to go. I can do whatever the freak I want to do. I ain't attached to nothing. If I don't want to stream today, look, if I don't want to stream today, I'm going to still make money. See, you got to realize, bro, I'm not saying I'm the richest dude in the world. No, not sir. No, sir, no, sir, no, sir. You feel me? But you got to get, look, you got to get in a position where your money work for you and you don't work for the money. See, I'm making money off videos, bro, I made like a year ago. You see how that works? So I can take a couple days off, bro, and still making money, bro. But hey, look, it's cool though, bro. It's cool though, man. You got hurt, bro, because I spoke facts, bro. You're not free, bro. If you go to a job, you're not free, and it just is what it is, my boy. It's nothing wrong with having a job, bro. I don't speak against it. I just spoke the real. You're not free if you go to a job. Are you free or not? You can't do what the freak you want to do, bro. You got to get up every day and go work, bro, for somebody else, bro. They've designed it that way, bro. It is what it is. You got to escape the trap. That's all I'm saying. See, a lot of people, bro, live their whole life with the trap. You got to escape it, bro. You got to escape it. You can't get mad at me because I'm telling the truth. True freedom is doing what the freak you want to do on your own time. You not on your own time, nigga. And what you getting mad at me because I'm stating facts?